need a clap here.
All right. I'll give you the clap.
You need the clapper.
Logan, I would be happy to give you the clap.
There it is.
Let's go.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Midnight Movie Distillery. I'm one of your hosts, Logan Lynch.
I'm another one of our
We record several of these at a time.
No, they're weeks apart.
Another one of your hosts, Warwick Price.
I'm Lon Black. What are we doing, Mr. Lynch?
We are doing brackets.
Brackets.
Oh, that's sprockets.
Sprockets.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
We are we are looking at the top 16 horror movies of the 1980s.
I don't know.
And then I'm just going to ignore these two. And then we picked
you often do.
16 bourbons that are $30 or less.
Mm-hmm.
And
we've been fighting.
We've been fighting. Hopefully you've been watching this along.
Oh my God.
Depending on, I mean, in theory we should be releasing these in the order that we recorded them. So
of course.
So hopefully the last episode was very long.
So listen, it was long, but go back and watch it. That one was brutal.
Comment and
that was brutal.
That was very tough.
That was the toughest decision I've had to make in this podcast to date.
Because we picked. So we matched...
Not the bourbon, that was easy.
Yeah. we matched The Hitcher against Aliens.
Wow.
Just
Just
I know there are people out there that is going to look at that, hear that statement and go, well, Aliens is clearly the winner. Then you clearly haven't watched The Hitcher.
Absolutely.
Or you haven't watched The Hitcher for a while.
Absolutely.
It's a phenomenal
Can I change my vote from last week? Because
Nope.
That's already been released.
Move along.
We're already out there. Aliens won that by a slimmest of margins. That's how good The Hitcher is. So, for today, on the bourbon side, what do we have on the bourbon side, Lon?
Today we've got Proper 12,
was that your attempt at Irish accent? Proper 12.
I should have done more of an Irish accent. Yes. Proper 12.
Proper 12.
I always got to sound like a leprechaun, a channel leprechaun.
Well, they are Irish.
Yeah, right. And alcoholics. Listen, Proper 12, which is Conor McGregor's brand, or at least was before he sold it for a couple $1 trillion or whatever. It's an Irish whiskey. You know how Warwick and I feel about Irish whiskeys.
Don't like Irish whiskeys.
Logan, do you have a preference on Irish whiskeys? You've had some. You're a pretty well educated palate now.
Not super educated, but I'm not completely averse to them like you guys are.
Okay, I will say that we've had
a couple.
Two, I think, to date that I can think of. Irish whiskeys that we actually did like, but that's it.
and on one of those occasions, that was with our friend Mike from Everyday Barbecue.
This is the only reason it's on this chart.
And he recommended, what are we doing?
Proper 12.
Proper 12, sorry, I already forgot.
Mr. Michael Knockby from Everyday Barbecue, Everyday BBQ, loves this stuff.
So that is
he
why
says Proper 12 is wonderful.
He was not a big Irish whiskey fan.
No,
right?
he wasn't, but he thought Proper 12 was excellent.
This is it.
And I have never had it.
Okay.
I've never had Proper 12.
Neither have I.
So, and what are we doing on the movie side?
Movies. We have Motel Hell and Hellraiser. I had to pause there because you have
Motel Hellraiser?
Yeah, we can combine the two, I guess, if you want.
Hell Motel Raiser? No.
Razor
as well.
Motel
Hellraiser,
Razor?
Hell
Motel Razor.
Hell Motel?
Motel Razor. Somebody that...
Motel Hello.
This is great content.
Anywho, yeah, we're just... Wow. Okay.
Anyway.
So those are the two movies. Those are the two bourbons.
Yeah.
Let's start off with the bourbons.
Let's do it.
So what we do is we'll do a little sniff test to start off. I'll let them go do their thing.
Let me say, I will say off of color,
they look
right off the
similar.
bat, they are both very similar in color. They both look like piss. These are very, very yellow.
Especially after you've drunk a lot of bourbon.
Yes.
Honestly, but even like the Larceny from a couple weeks ago, that was like a dark, rich color.
Yeah,
it was dark.
Definitely darker.
The only one that was lighter than these, I think, would be the Canadian one, the
Crown Royal.
So, you mean Crown Royale?
Crown Royale with cheese.
So go watch the other episode. You'll understand that joke.
Okay. First sniff. Impressions?
I think I
Well,
already know.
this
Yeah.
one has a lot of caramel.
I think
to it.
I think I already know.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Me too. I smell one, I'm like, well, that smells a little pungent. And then the other one, you're like, well, that smells like a bourbon. So I think I know right off the bat which one's the Irish whiskey.
Now.
So this is the Irish whiskey.
Well, I'm guessing.
Wow. Okay, he's already
Mine is-
drinking. You go for it.
I didn't taste. You taste?
He tastes.
Did you
No,
taste?
no.
I have not
I haven't
tasted.
tasted yet,
I've only
sorry.
sniffed.
But it smells like an Irish fucking whiskey. And that smells like a bourbon. But I've been wrong before.
Give it a try. Don't knock it till you try it.
Okay, so for me, this is a pleasant smell. I smell caramel in here, and it's a pleasant taste.
The one you think is the bourbon?
Yes.
Okay, I tasted the one I think is the Irish whiskey.
And you're not wincing. You're
No,
not gagging.
no,
You're
it-
not
it
saying.
also has
are
a
you
pleasant
going to use
taste.
the word funk at any
I
point?
will, because it does have that funk.
Okay.
So I think this is the proper 12, and it definitely has like a more like kind of in your face smell to it.
Yeah.
Let me.
Oh, okay. I know which one's which. I know which one's which. Absolutely.
Speaking
Because-
of which, you ever heard of a witch's kiss?
No, the drink?
No.
Okay, what's a witch's
Apparently,
kiss?
what it is when you sit down in a toilet and your peckerhead touches the toilet seat.
That's why.
They call it a
Why would
witch's
that?
kiss.
What's that got to do with a witch?
I have no idea. I just heard it.
By the way, did you know what today is?
3.1.1.
Pi Day.
3.1.14.
1592963. 26953.
Okay, it is National Pie Day. But you know
What?
what else it is? March 14th, the date we recorded this, is National Steak and BJ Day.
Oh, shit. That's
you know
right.
Steak and blowjob.
Steak and
Yep.
BJ Day.
And I missed it to record with you guys.
Right? Right? Where am I?
Look at that dedication.
Right? This is what I'm saying. We had.
Well, I can give you a steak.
Uh-oh, Lod. What does that leave?
I can give you a bourbon.
A bourbon and jelly. That's a
Bourbon and
BJ.
jelly. Bourbon and jelly.
Ooh. Okay.
Bourbon and Jameson's.
There you
I know
go.
you actually have the Jamesons. Okay, so, but the thing is, the reason is, so the old Granddad, the Bottle and Bond, what I think is old Granddad Bottle
Jesus
and Bond,
Christ.
has got a kick.
Oh, God.
Oh,
So you think
He
you
hates
think the old
one.
granddad has
Oh.
the kick?
I think it's the old
Because
Granddad.
I think this has the kick.
You think
But this is the one I would think would be the Irish whiskey.
okay. So I'm tasting what I think is the Irish whiskey. It actually is
All right. I don't need
way
to go.
smoother than the other one.
Well, then in which case then I'm wrong. And so if
No,
this
I think I'm wrong.
if this is the proper 12, then I like proper 12. Because actually this isn't bad.
All right.
There's one that's extremely
me.
hot.
No.
Right, which is that one.
Extremely hot. For me, it's also on the left.
Oh, that's
It's
like
extremely
it's hurting
hot,
my stomach.
unpleasant.
Yeah.
But like this, so this one, well, I will say this has, I'm feeling a little bit of warmth to this, but this is otherwise, it's a pleasant smell, it's a pleasant initial taste, it just has a little bit of warmth going down, but not hot.
I'm upset.
But this is like jarring.
Fuck. Yeah.
It is jarring. So, do I dare look up proof before? Not proof, but age.
Sure.
Sure.
All
you
right,
might
let's
as
look
well.
up some age on this
I'm
because
gonna go. Oh my God.
I had heard that Conor McGregor's brand, the one that he bought this distillery for, did a little trickery on him, and they sold him everything that they had currently, but he was not allowed to purchase when he bought the company. He did not own the barrels that were over 5 years. So therefore, all of Conor McGregor's stuff was very young.
Okay.
So now, tasting them, if that's true, that makes a lot of sense.
Sure,
now.
sure.
But I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, because assuming it's this one, this is hot and just like harsh.
It's like punch in the face. Oof. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, and it comes back up
yeah, a little.
in the bottle.
I don't know which one it is though, but I'm going to take a guess. It's the hotter one. Okay. So I could be right. says minimum of 3 years.
For a
But
proper?
that-
For
per-
pro-
For a bottle.
But
Minimum
for
of 3
proper
years.
though, or for?
For proper
For
12.
proper, yeah,
for
for the
proper
second.
12.
Yeah.
Minimum of 3 years, which means it could be 4 years. They've said minimum because so it's 3 to 4 years, which would follow the rumor that I've heard. Now let's check out
Yeah.
age of.
Old Granddad.
Old Granddad bib. Oh, I don't know if we said that. Did we say it was bottle and bond?
We have to. I mean, that's part of its identity. So
Yes, it's Old Granddad, bottled in bond.
We will refer to it as bib, like what you wear when you're a kid.
okay, so Old Granddad B.O.B. is, or B.I.B. a minimum of
Better
4
have it.
years. What did I say? Bob?
Minimum 4 years, you said?
Bob.
That's a minimum
Isn't
of
that
4
Granddad's
years?
name is Bob.
Granddad
Minimum
Bob.
of 4 years. So technically,
There are
Could be
similar.
5.
average age a year older for the bib. That's not much.
No.
So you would think it would be smoother.
Well, no,
No,
but
one
I,
of these is way hotter than
but I think
that.
what I think is the bib, the Old Granddad, I think is smoother. I think it's way smoother than the proper 12.
The thing is, the one that I think could be the Old Granddad has a little bit of that Irish funk.
Yeah.
So the hotter one, because it's so hot and unpleasant, makes I don't know if it's hiding that Irish funk or not.
Yeah, I mean it's weird because I mean even the Old Granddad, maybe I just don't like the taste of it. It has a weird taste to it.
The hot one,
Yeah.
Well, the hot one, but like even the other one, I think just has a weird taste.
I
to
just
it.
don't like this hot one at all.
No.
Whatever that one is,
That like
I don't
literally
like it
hurt
at
my
all.
stomach.
The other one, I like. Not I like just better than this one, and still a terrible whiskey like last week's.
Okay, let me try this
matchup.
one again.
They were both kind of eh,
Yeah. No,
They
this
weren't
is
bad.
This is a clear winner on this one.
but this is a clear winner on this one.
Or should I say piss-colored winner? Bazinga.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
definitely
there's
like.
only
I like this
okay.
one more.
Well, let's call
All
it.
right, we'll do it quick. All right, I'm gonna
You got to do a
say
decision.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think
All right.
I think I know.
you go first.
All right,
I
I'll
think
go
I went
first.
first last time.
And I think I remember which one's which, but I don't off the
Which
top of
which
my
is
head.
which?
So to me, the clear winner, again, it's not a great whiskey, but it's way better than whatever the fuck this shit is. I chose B.
And you think it's what?
I think it could be, well, I don't know. I have no idea. Because I would assume bottled and bond would make it a little bit better. But I don't know which one's so fucking hot and why. They're both the same age-ish.
Right. Okay. So I'm in the
I
same.
have no idea
I'm
which
the same way. So I think this is the Old Granddad purely for the fact that this is just way hotter for me and just like more unpleasant.
But Old Granddad's supposed to be like a lower class brand.
Oh,
I thought.
Good point. Okay. So maybe I'll go. I'll just say this is the one that I think.
That's what I'm doing with it. I can't
like.
tell which one's which. I don't know. I have no guess. 'cause
What did
I've
you
never had
What did you
either.
say?
B.
I had B as well.
I'm gonna guess this is proper 12,
Okay, you think
and
it's
that's my
proper
choice.
12, huh?
And it's A.
Oh, you chose A. But wait a minute. We all said the hottest one is not the good one. You honestly think this one,
I can guarantee you that is proper 12.
aside from that,
He said guarantee.
Yeah.
are you, aside from that though, you think the hotter one is
It was not hotter one. It was not hot. The other one was hotter to me.
This
and-
is what I'm saying.
So this is
There's
way
clearly one
way
that's
hotter to
way
me.
hotter.
Yeah, that one did not. It did not sit well in my stomach, and I've taken multiple sips of this, and I feel like this is an Irish whiskey.
Okay,
I think
but
this is proper 12.
but this is my point. We all said there's one that's much hotter than the other.
Yes, the much hotter one I did not like.
So
All of us are saying that, but you're saying the hotter one is B or
Well-
A.
No,
He's
mine is
saying-
not hot.
He's saying the hotter one is B. We're saying the hotter one is A.
Clearly hotter. This is not. This is the cane hotter. This is.
That was good.
That's
That
pretty
was
good. I like
pretty
that one. Wow.
Every now and then, what can you say?
Yeah.
But that's just it. How can we think the hottest one is A?
'Cause
and
you're
you
wrong.
think the hottest one is B? This is not.
Honestly,
like,
I hope I'm wrong, because then proper 12 should go on. But if this is Old Granddad, I will.
I
will
swear to
shit a
God,
brick.
I'm like thinking, did I mix yours up or something? Because God damn. It's clear which one's hotter. All right. Okay.
Let's find out.
Okay. So,
So-
the winner's
So winner is B. I'm saying A is proper 12.
I'm not guessing because I don't know which one's which. Because I don't know, neither one of them any reason to be hotter than the other.
I've had.
Right.
Remember, we did have Jack Daniel's bottle and bond, and we did not like it.
That's true.
So
That's
I've
true.
thrown that out
That was
there.
Jack Daniels. So.
Was it
Right,
Jack?
but I don't.
Jack, Jack,
But to me, neither one should be that much hotter than the other, and this one's
we're getting
significantly
old.
hotter.
Yeah.
So I'm picking the one that's not that hot.
Okay.
B is the winner.
B. Yeah, we've already decided that. So let's see. Okay.
1,
Oh. 2,
3.
3. Oh,
Wow.
I'm
Logan's
flabbergasted.
full of shit.
So,
Okay, well, so the good news
Logan's
is
full of shit.
that,
Wow.
that Mike was correct.
Yeah.
That is actually a pretty good.
I'm upset that there's
Whiskey.
3 Irish whiskeys
serious?
that I like.
So then proper 12. I thought I would like proper 12. Wait, how come they both say A?
Hey, why are mine both B? Yeah, this. Okay.
Nope.
That's
no.
it.
Yeah,
That's
I
it.
still don't.
I'm not disappointed in any way.
No.
So, but the
So-
old granddad,
I'm shocked.
this
Yeah.
is shit.
I wouldn't ever buy this again.
And we.
You would
so
not
we-
buy old Granddad ever again.
No, we went to a restaurant, a very high-end, more of a bar than a restaurant. It was bar food, but it was all like cheese platter, cheese and meats and stuff.
Charcuteries.
Charcuterie. And we had talked with a young lady there who was somewhat knowledgeable in getting into the whole bourbon and scotch thing. And she was like excited that they had old Granddad bottled and bond. And she's like, people don't realize how bottled and bond is that much better. And I agree to a certain point, but holy fuck, that shit.
It is so hot.
That is,
I'm-
but it's not just hot, it's like it's a bad taste.
Yes, I agree.
I don't get the heat at all.
But-
I get bad vibes.
But I don't see how you get the heat from this.
No, there's no heat in the proper 12.
I got the heat because it hurt my stomach. Like that's how bad the
You
heat
didn't,
was.
but I'm talking in the mouth and throat. You
Yeah,
didn't
mouth.
get
No, mouth. I still felt it, and as it went down, it still burned, and it still sat in there, and that's why I literally have only had 2 sips of it.
I'm really nervous that I just mixed yours up or something. Because God, I don't know how, but at the same time, that is drastically the opposite of what we're talking
Right.
about.
I don't know. This one has been.
Okay, I mean, do you want to try his?
Yeah, you're more
I
than
do.
welcome to.
Which one is that? The hot one?
This is the one I chose, which is the old Granddad,
Okay.
apparently, and I was wrong.
And this is one you didn't like.
No, that's the one I liked. That's the one that I've been drinking.
Right. Because he's saying the proper 12 was the hot one. We're
Which
saying
I originally thought this was proper 12.
we're
is what I
saying
thought.
that old Granddad was the hot one.
Give me that other glass.
Okay.
Maybe you poured the same thing in both.
Yeah, that would be weird if I got somehow 2 different sensations. I honestly couldn't stand it. Like, which is weird because I was ready to try this thinking it was going to be. We're double checking.
Yes.
Yours got mixed up.
Oh,
That
see?
is clearly the same as this.
Uh-oh. Something
That
happened.
is
Sorry,
clearly-
you're saying this is
That's
proper 12?
12. Taste it. That is proper 12.
100%.
Really?
They must have gotten mixed up. I don't know how, because I look at everything and I line them up a certain way before I make my pours. Just to not avoid confusion, but is that the hot one that you hated?
Hold on.
Okay.
Nope, that's the hot one I
Yeah,
hated. This is.
do a taste of ours. Here.
Ugh.
So this is the proper
Wait,
12.
yeah. How the fuck did that? No. Hold on. Something. Okay, wait, this is proper 12.
So this is proper 12. So this is the one that we say is not hot.
Oh, God. It's like that literally hurts my stomach.
Yeah.
Fuck me. So that's the bad guy. We're going to set him off to the. Hold on. That's a,
No,
it's a technical term.
I'm with you 100%. Wow,
Okay.
now you have to drink that water.
Oh, God.
Wait, I thought you lost your cap.
No,
Oh.
I lost the inner part.
Oh, the ring.
Yes. There is
Yeah,
only
see,
one.
like that one. This was proper 12?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I've.
Tell me which one that is.
That's B.
You're just trying to get me drunk.
So I can take it.
I need like 4 more sips. Just give me a couple more. Now that's got more burn than that one.
So what do you think that one is?
But this is not that, like, I mean, you saw my reaction to the other one. That is not. Well, fuck me. Do we want to? I can rinse my bottle or rinse my
You wanna
glasses.
try it again?
And then we'll just pour a little bit.
I'll just get a couple new shot glasses.
Okay, let's do
out
that.
for you.
Yeah.
But
Fuck.
that one right there is Old Granddad.
That's Old Granddad.
But
All
But
right.
I feel the
Sorry,
burn on
folks,
that
we
one,
gotta-
which was.
This is
Yeah.
this is important.
This is very important because
we are so scientific on this podcast.
oh god,
Like we need to make sure that we have like the
hurts.
clean, scientific.
I'm like upset by this now.
Well, I
Dude,
thi-
I'm upset because one of them is shit.
yes.
The
Oh,
one
this
that
guy's
was
shite.
like, oh, that was
but
so
but in
pungent.
reality, the only good news is the one that is shite is the one that we thought would be shite because, based purely on the fact that Mike, who we appreciate his
Input.
palate, said that
True
that was actually like the
Was
best
pretty good.
Irish whiskey that he'd ever had.
All right. Close your eyes or look
Oh,
away or
looking away.
something.
Look away. No popcorn.
Look away. No, I thought you were gonna laugh at the fact that the Christmas tree is.
Yeah.
It's not a Christmas tree.
It's a hollow tree.
Christ is nowhere on that tree.
There is a fucking angel on the
It's a
top.
weeping angel. Don't you watch
Weeping.
Doctor Who?
Of course I do. Religiously.
Okay.
All right.
Now.
I have to do the whole shot.
Yeah, shit.
No.
Okay.
You'll sip
You are
that
trying
one
to-
first. This
you
one
know,
second.
You know the difference.
I know the difference right now.
Because I could have sworn, based on the smells from the ones I had,
Look,
that I picked the
I
Irish
get it, but
whiskey.
you were saying the exact same things we were saying about ours,
But
but
the
they
opposite.
were different.
Yeah. No.
Logan has a weird face
No.
for
Oh,
those
God,
people
no.
listening.
Ah, God, see, it's like
I get it.
I'm gonna dry heave.
I
Hold
get
on.
it. Try the next one.
Fuck.
I'm telling you,
No, I can't. Oh,
those old granddad people, they're just.
holy shit! It tastes like an old granddad. If I licked one.
Do you remember
Okay.
our waitress's name that night?
Lots of vagina.
Wow.
Sorry. Yeah, way better. So second one.
The second one.
This one. So
is
this one.
proper 12.
Okay. So then, yeah, something got mixed up. Oh, fuck me.
Something got mixed up. Old Granddad is shit.
It really is.
Old Granddad has no business being in
Oh
this
my
fucking
god,
brand.
yeah. I'm gonna fucking.
But it's so funny because it's like when this stuff happens, it makes you go, who is buying that, and what are they comparing it to make them
It's
to
probably-
make them go that is like the girl last night.
This is my point. It's
The
her
waitress like-
exactly.
But then
like-
there's people that like Malort. If you think
No, no,
about
no.
it.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like, there's people that
I
have.
really don't think that anyone actually likes Malort.
I know a
think
guy
they're
that
saying it
finished a
because they
bottle of
wanna be
Malort.
cool.
No.
I think it is.
Yeah.
It is for comedic value.
Agreed.
that they
Agreed.
say they like Malort.
Agreed. Nobody likes it.
No.
But
Fuck me.
go to the point about the waitress, though.
Right.
She loved it.
Well,
she was
She was proud of the
excited.
fact that they had it.
Right, because it was bottled and bond, and she's like, people don't realize bottled and bond is better. And I agree to a certain
Well,
extent.
So
And-
would that BIBB?
And
That's the
to,
BIB.
and to
BB.
BIB.
Bottle and bond is better.
B-I-B-I-B-I. B-I.
B-I-B-I-B-I.
B-I-B-I-B.
Okay, I'm going to stop this conversation. So, but I think the
Still
point
got
is,
movies
though,
to talk about.
the fact that she came over and told us that the Peat Monster car strength, that they had it, and she knew enough to say that they had it, being that
She knew that was a better.
that was a better version
Scotch,
of.
right.
Therefore, she had,
had some
in our mind, she had some knowledge
Agreed.
of what
Agreed.
is good and what isn't good.
Agreed.
And the fact that she rated that as something that she was excited that they carried is quite surprising.
So, and the place, can we say the place? We
Sure.
can say the place. We're not bashing the place. The Apothecary, right? Was that Apothecary?
No, the Alchemist.
The Alchemist in Geneva, Illinois.
The food
Do
was
you remember?
the food was very good.
Was phenomenal. The scotch we had was
we,
phenomenal.
we had the Peat Monster cask strength. I will say it's $40
Of course.
a glass, which was a little bit of
My
a shock.
reaction to old Granddad.
But between my wife and I, that was like more. The 2 drinks that we had were more expensive than the like 4 small
Appetizers or
places
whatever, small
places that we
Yeah.
had.
When my wife saw the bill, she's like, "Oh my God, do you know how much you paid for that?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm
Yes.
paying for it." She goes, "Do you see the number?" "Yes, I see the number." "Have you realized what the?" "Yes, I know."
But you don't understand.
But the Peat Monster cask strength was amazing.
Try it if you ever have an opportunity that doesn't make you broke.
It truly was phenomenal. But anyway, so the reason why we bring this up is the fact that the waitress that there was, who was the one that said, "Hey, we have the cask strength. Do you want to try the cask strength?" And we're like, "Oh my God, yes."
She knew.
She knew, so therefore she had at least a modicum of knowledge enough to recommend that
And
over
she mentioned she was getting into this whole bourbon,
Right.
whiskey, and scotch,
and she was excited about the old Granddad.
bottled in bond specifically.
Right.
Granddad Bib.
Maybe she's just into older guys.
Oh, I'm hoping she watches this because I won't say her name because, you know,
Because you don't remember her name.
well, and I don't want to embarrass her, but we need to talk.
Truly, we did tell you what the name of the podcast was. If you happen
She
to,
probably didn't remember that.
I'm
though.
sure she probably didn't. She probably said,
She went on her phone and immediately is following us right now.
what?
That's
Certainly not,
so
on,
I don't know about
sees
that,
this-
certainly not on YouTube because our subscriber count hasn't gone up.
Yes.
But anyway,
She
so
didn't subscribe. she
if
just watched.
you happen to watch this, we'd love to talk to you. We'd love to talk to you and
Honestly,
see
I would-
why you think that this is better. And this isn't
we could do like a Zoom guest thing or
Guest?
something. Guest.
Yes.
We'll have you on the show and get your thoughts. I'd love
So
to get it
speak-
because
speaking
her
of-
palate's probably right around your palate, a little under. Because actually, I now consider you more of an way educated palate. I think because
take it.
you've had I've got bottles to prove your education, buddy. You've gone through enough schooling.
That's true. That is true.
She may be a little bit younger in that. I don't know her experience in it, but she likes old Granddad Bib.
She likes old people. So
Fuck,
you think
that's
she likes long.
bad.
That's why she
Yeah,
likes
that's.
long.
She don't like him that old.
Anyway,
So speaking of old,
we also do movies as well.
yeah,
That's the rumor.
we got some '80s movies, which is an old number now.
So
Wah.
tonight's movie, in case you remember from
Movies.
27 minutes ago when we mentioned it,
27
were Motel Hell, a movie that there's probably a good chance that a lot of people that are listening or watching probably haven't heard of Motel Hell.
Or they've probably heard of it, they just haven't seen
Oh,
it.
fuck you.
No.
Listen.
I will continue with my statement. And that's compared. That's versus Hellraiser, which I'm sure most people have heard of. And the reason why I said no so many times was the fact that it's like very much like our previous episode with The Hitcher and Aliens, where I think there's a lot of people that probably have never heard of The Hitcher or certainly have not watched The Hitcher. If you haven't seen Motel Hell, you are missing out.
Go watch now.
It is a phenomenal movie. Like even when the movie came out, the distribution company didn't really know quite what to do with the movie, and they didn't quite know whether they wanted to market it as pure horror. And it is scary. It is, you know, there's a lot of kind of like, you know, really kind of classic horror tropes in it. All comedy, because there's also lots of parts that are really fucking funny.
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely.
So anyway, so those are the two movies, and you guys, how about you, Lon? How about you go first?
Okay. Motel Hell was funny, campy, silly, stupid, and fun.
Yes.
It had a couple stars in it that you will recognize.
Rory
You ever watched
Calhoun.
Cheers. Rory Calhoun, who is actually a wonderful actor.
Yeah, totally.
Perfect for this role. Sort of the ex-cowboy, the old cowboy. It was all about beef jerky. I'm a fan of beef jerky. And other meats.
As we'll,
Sorry.
as we'll find out later.
Yeah, steak and PJ. All right, sorry. Go ahead.
Fuck me. And
Not until later.
Okay,
and
give me
they
my
had some
steak.
great slogans in there. It takes all kinds of critters to make
Farmer
Vincent's
Vincent's
fritters.
fritters.
There it
fuckers.
is. Yeah.
You fuckers. It had great moments. The actress who played the main heroine,
Her name was.
it was. That's true. He's not lying. That's what-
Nina Axelrod.
Nina Axelrod was her real name, but
Yeah, she was
the
fucking
character
gorgeous.
name- the character name, though.
She was Terry.
Terry. Or Nina. I guess I could go the way. Was an absolute horrendous actress.
Oh, she was dreadful as an actress.
She was, but that made it that much funnier.
But she was great as a person in that role.
Yeah. Yes. Specifically for that role.
But
You just like seeing her boobies.
She was gorgeous.
well, she was cute. I mean, she was
That
cute.
part wasn't
But there is something that is weird about the fact that the guy that she rode up on,
Yeah.
the biker, was clearly in his like late 50s or
She
60s.
likes older men.
She likes older men.
likes older
She's
men.
got dad issues.
Like she would have been great for the old
Granddad?
She would have chosen that.
But okay, so honestly, if you watch this movie, and please do watch the movie because it really is, despite what I'm about to say, it really is a great movie. There's this whole thing where it's like she gets in an accident on this motorcycle, and the people from Motel Hell, Farmer Vincent and his
Technically, Motel Hello.
Correct.
yeah,
It is
just-
Motel Hello.
and his sister.
Stupid ass name for motel.
His sister is Ida.
Yes.
Was she? A quick question before you go further. Was she the gym
Porky's.
teacher? Was she the gym
Porky's.
teacher from Porky's?
Porky's.
Okay, so
Yep.
I just
Yep.
as I saw that, I'm like,
Yep.
was it Ballbreaker?
Just imagine her one
Paul-
foot
yes.
on the wall,
Was Ballbreaker?
one foot on
Yes.
the wall, and two hands on
Yeah.
the Schwanstucker.
Yeah,
She was so
I
honestly.
could pick it out of a lineup.
She's hilarious.
But she was probably actually my favorite character
Yeah, I would
in
agree.
this whole
She's
movie
hilarious.
because you have this whole family that that what they do for a living is they make smoked meats, and a primary ingredient in that smoked meat is human flesh, and I just like even to the very end of the movie, where the people from the garden, which we'll talk about in a second, the people from the garden are now out, and she still has the confidence of like, I'm going to win. It's like, what are you doing out of the garden? You need to get back in the garden.
Yep.
It's like
She wasn't too surprised by it.
no. It's like
Right.
it's like, oh my gosh, she's so good.
Right. If you don't know what
She's
we're
so
talking
good.
about with the garden, just watch the movie. Just go watch the movie.
Yeah, we do spoilers here. Don't worry about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, there was another movie we watched as well called
There was?
Hellraiser.
Oh, right.
You
It's
might
about
have, you might
shaving.
have heard about that one.
It's
Yeah.
about shaving, I think, right? Hellraiser.
Hellraiser.
That's what
Yes.
it was.
What was it was originally a novella, correct?
Oh, the book you're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, Clive Barker. I can't remember. I think it was the something Heart.
Yeah, it's like the hell.
The Hellbound Heart.
Hellbound Heart, yes.
Something like that. I believe so. Doug Bradley was the main character.
Yep.
He was known as
Pinhead.
Pinhead on set, but it eventually came out that he was Pinhead. They didn't actually.
Well, I
call
think
him.
even in the
They
first
didn't
like
call him that in
even
the
in the first
movie.
like
in the
two or
movie,
three
yeah.
movies,
Yeah, he was not known.
he's
as
never
Pinhead.
actually known as Pinhead. It's not until like later.
was just
in
like
the
a
movie.
It's just
nickname.
like, but think about it. It's the same thing with Silent Hill. They didn't know what to call the guy with the big metal pyramid head, and they call him Pyramid.
Right.
So it's really not like his name. It's a description.
A nickname.
Yeah, it's a description.
Well, Michael Myers was the shape originally. So.
Right, but he had a name, Michael
Yes.
Myers. So people started calling it that instead of The Shape.
So Motel Hell, I felt like this was my first viewing of it.
Oh, really?
I had never seen Motel
Oh,
Hell.
wow.
I had seen bits and pieces of it while waiting in line for a haunted house, but there was no sound. It was just literally seeing the movie. I have heard about it probably from you guys to watch this movie. I watched it. I'll put it that way. I think
Let me tell you
I'm
something.
leaning more towards
Let me tell you something.
one way in case you couldn't tell.
I understand, but let me tell you something. The first time I saw Motel Hell, I thought, well, that was silly. And then I watched it again because somebody else was watching it at the time, and I sat and watched it, and I thought, hey, this is pretty good. By the third time I watched it, I thought, oh my God, this is genius. This is hilarious. This is wonderful. And Motel Hell was a first in a lot of ways. It was the first bad guy to wear a pig's head. It was the first one to have a chainsaw battle.
That is true.
It was a first movie. It was the first one to do these things. It was the first one to do the whole ridiculously buried up to your neck, which was a joke, but yet terrifying because everybody thinks about that. If you're buried up to your neck and you can't move,
Or scream.
that's terrifying. Mm-hmm. So it had those elements of terrifying, even though that was meant to be a joke. Like, how silly is it to bury people with their heads
Well,
and
the biggest
feed them the sludge through a
and the biggest part is why.
Well, why is just because they had to immobilize them so they could fatten them up till they were ready to make into meat.
My issue with this is
Just like
if you're
that.
buried up to your
Yeah, I
neck
guess.
for multiple days and you are able to get out, it would take quite a while, I feel like, because your muscles will be
That's why they
very
were all
weak.
still walking like
Right, right.
zombies.
Yeah, but I don't know. This movie was honestly, I'm probably not going to watch it ever again.
Enjoy it for what it was.
I
And
can't enjoy a
if
movie
you
that.
watch it again, you will enjoy it
No,
more.
I'm afraid I won't.
And
I
every
can tell.
time you watch it, you will enjoy it more
I can
and
tell.
more every time you watch it.
It was along those same lines as, Sleepaway Camp. You see it. It's got a little bit of a shock factor. It's kind of funny.
Mm-hmm.
But do I need to watch it again? No.
But see, I disagree with that because to me, whilst I agree with Sleepaway Camp was basically a one-trick pony. It's like it had the classic tropes of
Or one dick pony.
one dick pony.
Wow.
I'm out.
The classic kind of like horror trope
And done.
of a very typical 80s movie up until the reveal at the very end. Like, I think that Motel Hell, the most recent viewing is probably I had never seen it in England. I had never seen it. It was only when I came over here that I even knew that the movie even existed.
What year did you come over?
Like 35 years ago, so.
Give me a year.
Like
don't
Math.
90.
Yeah,
Okay, 90. After 90.
Like 91,
88, I
92.
believe.
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
this 88.
Um,
Motel was
This was 80. Yeah.
yeah, it was the only
so
one.
it was significantly after.
88
before
was
you-
Hellraiser.
But like,
Okay,
but,
87.
okay.
But it's so funny because it's like I've seen since like what the VHS cover is for the movie, and I think this was a straight to VHS movie,
I believe so.
and I don't remember the cover, and so like I just don't think it kind of like made it to the lexicon of what I knew in England.
Okay.
But like
Okay.
I saw like I think I first saw it probably about 15 years ago, 20 years ago, and then to be honest, it wasn't until I became friends with you that you talked about it, and I watched it a few times more. It's a fun romp.
It is a fun romp. It's
know,
a fun movie.
I don't
so
I don't
fun.
think it necessarily
The goofy cop.
it's so funny. Who of course was the
Is his name Bruce?
he was I was a huge Chips fan, and he was one of the main guys on Chips.
He
No,
was.
not.
I know he wasn't.
He was a
No.
goofball.
Like he was one of the guys on Chips, and he actually lost weight to play this role. Apparently.
Which, because you look at him, you're like, all right, he's a little chubby to be a cop. But at the same time, it's the country.
Right. But so, okay, so we really haven't talked about the other movie, which is Hellraiser.
Hellraiser.
Yeah.
So, I think Hellraiser to me is, as much as I'm a huge Clive Barker fan, And I love Hellraiser. Like the Cenobites are just like amazing characters for those, for that movie. I watched it again today. Was my most recent watching, and I've seen it like probably at least 20 or 30 times previously, and it's a very typical Clive Barker movie, which is it's extreme. I think the story is great in the movie. I think the acting is great. I don't like the dad. I can't remember what his name is now.
Dick McAsserson.
Yeah, you don't like him as a person.
I don't.
Or his acting.
I don't like.
I mean, in the movie.
Finish that thought.
I don't particularly like his acting. I think Frank, the brother, who comes back to life. It's like I think he's great in the movie. I think the wife, Claire Higgins Julia is awesome in the movie, and I think the daughter, obviously, Kirsty.
Yep.
Kirsty, sorry.
Kirsty.
Is great in the movie. I think it's a movie because I've seen like all the other Hellraiser movies. It's one of these movies where when I watched it again, there were parts that I were expecting to happen that I then suddenly realized, oh no, that's Hellraiser 2. Oh, that's Hellraiser 3. It's a weird one for me because, as I said, I'm a big Clive Barker fan. It's like I love the way he writes. I love just like the extreme nature of all of his characters and his movies. But it is a tough one for me because it's like I think it goes back to that enjoyment versus what is probably technically a better movie. So I haven't made a decision. Is my point.
See,
did you get to talk about it yet?
I kind of grazed over, but no, I feel like you mentioned earlier, icons. If you went to 5 conventions, how often are you going to see Motel Hell, what's his name?
Farmer Vincent.
Farmer Vincent, yeah. Mm-hmm. Maybe one, you'll see him one time. How many Pinheads, how many Cenobites are you going to see there? How many Kirsty lookalikes? How many?
I completely disagree.
Okay. You think you'll see more Motel Hell?
Way more Motel Hell than I see.
Are you mixing Motel Hell with people that might be doing Saw stuff because they're wearing pig heads?
But sort of to that point, who did that first?
Motel Hell.
Motel Hell did that first. So really, Saw ripped off Motel Hell.
They probably did.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Second thing is, there's a difference between the pig heads. The pig heads look different. I know because I have a pig head from.
I don't.
He does.
From Motel Hell. I bought the pig head from Motel Hell.
Wouldn't it be gross by now?
So whilst I don't necessarily agree with Lon, and I agree with you that I think you will ultimately see way more Hellraiser stuff.
I rarely see any Pinhead stuff compared to Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger.
Right. But
if you had a Mount Rushmore, I'm sure Pinhead would be on.
I totally disagree. But I think
you wouldn't have a Father Vincent, Farmer Vincent. Well, he was a father figure.
No, but you'd have way more. You'd have Chucky before you probably have Pinhead.
Really?
Absolutely.
That's a good debate.
I still think to finish my point. I think the point is it's like, but I do think though that you will get way more excitement from horror fans if you have a Motel Hell anything than you would a Hellraiser, because Hellraiser has become like
keep talking,
like so mainstreamed. You can hear me.
I'll keep talking too.
Just don't go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
No.
So sure.
Talk amongst yourselves.
It's. I think there are. It's to me. It's the classic case of. Like I like to wear.
He's going to get that stupid pig head, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah.
I like to wear T-shirts, not necessarily this one because this is an M&D.
Yeah.
M&D,
if you want one, let us know.
But like I like to wear T-shirts where the average person walking down the street is not going to have a clue what it is, but the right person walks down the street and goes, "Oh my God, you got that T-shirt on."
Get that.
Like Hellraiser is just—it's so common.
So you're saying to me that because Hellraiser is in that next level lexicon, you would rather pick Motel Hell to be the movie to move forward because you just want to bring that back down. Is that kind of the feel? That's how I'm feeling.
No, I think ultimately in our threesome here, I might end up being the
deciding factor.
The deciding factor,
Okay.
because I am undecided, because it's like I think I love Hellraiser.
It's great.
But I love Hellraiser because I love the wackiness of it. I love like just how extreme it is.
Yeah.
And
it was groundbreaking.
oh, it totally was.
Pun intended.
And the special effects are like superb in the whole movie. I mean, like the Frank reconstruction.
That is phenomenal.
It's so.
Do you know
well
any? Did you
done.
find any stuff about like how they did that? I'm assuming it was reversed.
So it's a different character. So like there's a different person playing the Frank monster versus.
No, I mean like the whole the scene where it's like kind of not melt. He's technically opposite of melting, but he's coming together. Like that whole.
I'm assuming it was reversed as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't.
I don't know how. The only thing I could think of is they put some sort of heater in a room and then just recorded it and then reversed it. But
like the shit, I can't remember what the scene is now. But there's a few scenes where it's like you see things reconstruct, and some of them are a lot more obvious that they're clearly, something that's been applied to a plastic or something that has made it like dissolve that they then just reversed.
oh my god.
Lon has put on his Farmer Vincent shirt, and I should say,
Hey, way to spoil the surprise, fuckhead.
and I should say, I own farmervincent.com, which I've owned for about 6 years now.
So you're telling me you like Hellraiser?
Don't do anything with it.
Oh god.
That is a pretty fucking cool.
You're not even showing the patch.
Did you actually like? When did you buy that, or did you make that?
No, I bought this at a convention because Farmer Vincent rules and he's in conventions. And Motel Hell is very popular. I didn't see any pinhead shirts.
You did. I'm sure you did. You just looked past it because, like he was saying, it's very common.
You know what?
So
You're
looking beyond the common.
You know what this shirt has in common with you?
That it's
It's also a dickie.
I thought you
being a dick to be a dick.
Like something like afraid not or something like that.
Oh god.
So my point being, did you see the
Another
arm,
one. There you go.
arm patch? What does that say, Ward?
Takes all kinds
Takes
of critters.
all kinds of critters to make Farmer Vincent's fritters. Which is so funny because you actually never see him actually sell fritters. He always sells
No,
like
it's always
beef
beef
jerky.
jerky.
Or
So that is one of my downsides of the movie. They say fritters, and you're like, there ain't a fucking fritter in the whole movie. What are they talking fritters? It's
He
beef
needed
jerky
something
and
to rhyme
beef
with.
sticks.
Yeah, why couldn't they find something with turkey? They could have said turkey. And
They
rhymed
could have
with
rhymed
turkey.
something better than critters and fritters.
So,
I agree.
so the other thing I think, my only downside of Motel Hell was, or plot hole, let's say, was
You're a plot hole.
like about a third into the movie, there's the scene where there's the family at Motel Hell.
Yep.
That
With the two girls?
Yeah, with the two girls. Where there's the implication that they've stayed
Yeah.
at the hotel.
Yep.
But so he's clearly not killing everyone.
No.
You can't, though.
But
If you
think about it. How many people he had in that garden?
Yeah.
And in the time of the movie, he got like 8 people in that one fucking day. He didn't need to kill those kids.
Well, but what I didn't understand was like there was no selection process. It was just I'm going to set up a booby trap and whoever falls into
Correct.
it.
He just needs meat. It doesn't
But that's the
matter.
thing
He
is,
just needs
if
meat.
he's a farmer, wouldn't you select cattle? You know what I mean?
No.
Like, wouldn't you
No,
try
it's
to?
all about how he treats the cattle. It's all about how he raises and fattens that
He treats
cattle.
them good.
He
And
treats them well.
Even humanely makes them all dizzy and disoriented.
Absolutely.
So before he snaps their necks.
Because happy cattle makes happy meat.
But I do think it's kind of funny. So like I love the scene where he ultimately drags the three of them out,
Yep.
and he does like the psycho thing on them, and then when he pulls, but then when he pulls them out,
Yep.
it seems so relatively easy
Yeah.
that he
Pull
just
them out.
drags them out.
Well, the first thing was to pull them out and they crack their necks. And then he continues to pull them, but instead of their head popping off, they come right out.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah,
agree.
and the fact that So the guy who ultimately escapes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
Which was the biker that she came
Originally,
with,
yeah.
that she showed up with.
Really?
originally. Yeah.
Yes.
That's her
Boris.
boyfriend from not Boris. Boris
No.
is the band leader from the, Boris, what do they call the band? That was a great band name, by the way. Ivan.
Boris?
Ivan and the Terribles.
Ivan
not
and
Boris.
the
Ivan and the
Terribles.
no, I
and
thought she
the-
was saying.
I was thinking you meant Ivan and the Terribles.
Oh, yeah.
But that was the one that John
Yes,
Ratzenberg
yes,
was
he was.
The drummer.
one.
Which took me
Correct.
a minute. I'm like, is that?
Yes,
Is
it
that what I
is.
think it is? Yeah.
Yes,
and then
it
I had to
is.
look it up, and I was like,
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes, it
Well,
is.
it's funny. It doesn't have any lines or anything.
Yeah.
But
I want to wear this shirt from now on, I think, to all the cast.
it is a cool shirt. But I love
Oh, sorry, I burped.
Dick.
but just the fact that it's
Better.
so I'm assuming that Boris or whatever his name is, so he must have got free from his hands, right? Because I'm
He
assuming
just
that,
wiggled enough to kind
Yeah,
of
and then he
shift
got
it
one
around.
hand free, and then.
right. But and I'm just surprised that no one else has done.
Well, he was supposed to be
that.
the big tough guy, the big strong man. Everybody else was kind of like a pussy.
Yeah.
So he was the only one that was able to get, or they just didn't give enough dirt and, put him in the hole and stuff. I mean, whatever, for whatever reasons he escaped, he's the one who escaped.
So
Doesn't matter
one
why.
question I did have was, what was the point of the music? Was that, or the noise that they were playing? Was that to drown out the people
So okay.
making noise?
So this all comes from the fact that there was a movement of people that had cows that were grass fed, and you would
Did you research this? This is very good.
yeah,
You know this.
and
it's true.
they would play music to them because they worked on the basis that if the cow was happy, then the cow's meat would like become more supple and be like
What did I say? What did I say? I said the same thing.
Um,
Remember when I said that?
But now, of
You
course,
remember.
the very fact that these are humans that are being kept against their will, there's probably a certain amount of like pent up anger
Sure.
that is always in them.
Stress.
Cows are fucking
Stress makes
stupid.
tough meat.
Cows are fucking
It's a
stupid.
tough man to make a tender chicken.
Because he even talks about it when he's got them up there. He goes, "Oh, they're a smart beast, or they're a tough stock." Because he talks about them like they're cattle.
But I love the scene when they're picnicking
Yeah.
by the lake.
A man-made lake.
The pond.
The pond, and they're talking about the fact that it's like oh yes they found a dog and
Cooked it up.
cooked up the dog. It's like, well, they're all God's creatures.
Right.
It's like
And because they even said meat's meat
right.
and a man's got to eat.
Yes, like so like to me again, I love this movie. So
I could tell.
I'll qualify this, but I do think that Terry is just like fucking stupid.
She's the biggest dumbass. So I watched this with my wife. Now my wife also likes this movie, and we have seen it several times together. I've seen it at least 8 times more than she has. But she has watched this movie, and she points that kind of stuff out. She's like, "Why can't this chick get killed? Because she is such a dumbass. I want her to die."
Right.
Because honestly, think about it. She went from being in love with this biker guy, they get into an accident and he dies. 3 days later, she's willing to marry Farmer Vincent,
Right.
who is like older than the guy she was with, and a farmer that she doesn't even know this guy, and she's ready to marry him.
I feel what they could have done with that part of it was
That's part of the joke, by the way.
Yes.
Right.
Would be to have him have saved her, not just the time inside the lake, but like maybe,
Well, he saved her life from the car, from the bike.
Yeah,
wreck.
but then he also was like, yeah, I buried your boyfriend. I felt like she was going to be much smarter than she actually was.
Right. And there
She
was
was dumb as a
there
box
was
of rocks.
validation to that by the fact that the sheriff was there. But yes, I agree.
That bottle and bond coming back up.
Woo! I'm not even touching that.
Yeah,
shit.
But the thing that I think is interesting though is so the part with the tubing
Yeah.
in the lake.
Right?
A lot of air quotes on that one.
So
That's a little slice of country life.
do you think so? I'm
Holy shit!
I'm gonna.
Did you get that on? Did you get that on mic? Did you get that on audio?
I think you'll get
Now
that on
you're
audio.
dying over there. What's going
I
on?
almost spit all over the place.
Sorry.
Dude, this bottled and bond
so-
is like the third worst bourbon. I've got
So
ever.
clearly, when she took her tubing, Ada's goal was to kill her.
Correct.
What for? Like she.
Jealousy.
But
Right,
why
right,
would she be
but-
jealous? Like it's her brother.
But
She
my-
doesn't want her brother.
but my
Her
point
taking
is-
over the business. She wants to take over the business.
But my point
Yeah.
is,
Oh yeah, because he said he was gonna.
so
All right, give it to her.
so Vincent stops, like saves her,
Mm-hmm.
right? But then, like a couple of scenes later, when the two of them are about to get married, and Vincent and Terry are having the champagne, and then
With Ida. Ida's there.
then Ida puts the poison in.
That was different.
But that is clearly a totally different color to
Yeah, oh, yeah.
It was like
to the
blue.
champagne.
Just like,
Compared to
drink
yellow,
up.
it was blue. Yeah.
And when Terry ultimately like knocks out,
Yeah.
it's like Vincent's like, oh, we need to get to work.
Yes, because that was part of the plan. Vincent was in on drugging her
Yes.
because they had to
Not
work
But
that
killing
way.
not
her,
in
though.
and killing her in
No.
No,
the lake.
just drugging her to put her out so they could do their job because she wasn't ready to learn the family business yet.
Correct.
Oh, so not. Oh, okay.
So they put her to
not
sleep.
to kill her.
Right,
No,
they put her to
but-
sleep so they could go on to work about the family business and make more food, make more meat. And then they'd bring her in slowly to the whole thing. So she wasn't ready for that step yet. They weren't married yet.
Okay.
Only after she was married did they kind of bring her into it. And even that, Ida was still jealous that she was being brought into the family business. So Ida didn't want her being brought into the family business. But the whole part where they knocked her out with the drug and the champagne was because they needed to do some work and they didn't want her to know about it yet. That's it.
Okay. So you know who married them?
Was it a priest?
But
That was Wolf.
Wolf
what's his name?
Gang.
Wolf something.
Wolfman Jack.
Wolf-
Wolfman Jack. That's what it was.
Wolfman Jack, who was honestly just kind of, he wasn't just up and coming because he was already known by American Graffiti. By that time.
Right.
That's kind of launched him into that thing.
Well, he was in UHF as well.
Yeah, but he's been in a bunch of little movies and stuff like that as bit parts, and that's what this one was.
Right.
It was just bit part because they needed a little bit more star power.
Kind of hustler out of it.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was,
he did.
and he did a great
Lewd
job.
magazine.
Even though it was really small, but I love the whole. Is that a pornography magazine?
Yeah.
You need to
You need to give that to me.
I need to dispose of it.
Yeah.
Well, even the fact that the sheriff was like, "Oh, well, yes, I there were some kids that
Right,
they had it."
Right. But
As,
see,
he,
that
as
was,
he's got it folded up in his.
Yeah.
that was part of the brilliant comedy of the whole thing, right? Is that like, oh, I stole it from kids. Oh, I need to dispose of it. And everybody wanted to look at the naked chicks.
Yes.
So.
Yes.
All right, we're coming up on an hour, so we got to
Oh
make
my
decisions
God!
here.
Really?
Yep.
Well, we had half an hour on the bourbon.
Somebody
so-
Logan.
did a wardrobe change.
Logan.
I'm
But I.
I'm gonna be fast and simple.
That's what she said.
Giggity.
I'm gonna go Hellraiser.
Okay. Viable. Hellraiser is an okay movie.
Okay, you need to go next because I'm
He's still on the fence.
Are you
I am-
vacillating?
I'm on the fence.
So, I will say this.
More like
I
vacillating.
watched Hellraiser again. I didn't get to talk about Hellraiser too much yet. I watched Hellraiser again last night. It was the second time I've seen it.
Oh, really?
Only?
The first time I saw it, I hated it so much, I did not want to ever see it again. I never watched any of the sequels.
Really?
To this date, I have never watched anything about it. I get the whole Cenobites. I
Wow.
think the concept is great. I actually read the book for the first one and loved the book. I could not get past how ugly the main heroine was. And I don't mean the daughter.
No,
She
no,
was
no.
cute. The mom. The stepmom.
I agree.
She was so ugly, I could not buy her as being attractive. So anybody who thought she was attractive, I thought, well, I don't believe you. I had problems with the voiceover when he started changing, when he was like, you need to find more blood so I can regenerate and we can be together.
But you know,
I thought, well, whose voice is that? It's not the first guy.
it wasn't the actor.
Exactly.
They overdubbed his entire lines the entire movie.
Which was, everybody was overdubbed. And that was another problem I had with the movie is editing-wise and directorial-wise, everything was overdubbed, and I hate that shit. Takes me out of it. Fulci does that a lot, but it's a different thing. It's because he mixes Italian and English speaking parts. It makes a little bit more sense with Fulci, but when this guy did it, I was like, well, that's it. I don't believe anybody now. I'm stepped out of the whole thing. Now the whole thing's a voiceover, and it makes no fucking sense. And then you throw in the whole fact that he's like, I'm coming back from the dead, and I'm, the gore, good gore. Love the body pieces everywhere.
Yep.
The pieces of wood hanging from the ceiling, spinning with body parts. What the fuck? What?
And the random rat.
Right.
Like rats
What
nailed to the wall.
Right.
I don't know what that was.
Is that just for shock value? Because you're like, what's the purpose of a spinning block of nails and body parts? Not even body parts. Pieces of skin to it. That made no sense to me. And then the Cenobites. Now, I love the Cenobites. I think the idea of the Cenobites is really cool. A level of hell where pleasure and pain are all melded into one big thing. Concept is great. I loved it as a book. It did not translate into the movie. I just could not get past it. And the voices being different, and the actor who did the original voice, and I'm like, I got lost. I'm like, but I thought this was the guy from that, but he sounds way different. Why? Who is this guy now? And then the daughter coming in, she was stupid as a box of rocks. I couldn't get past it. I hated Hellraiser. I said, you know what? I haven't seen it for 25, 30 years. I'm watching again. It might be good. I found myself going like this all the time. I just couldn't take it. I couldn't watch it. There's no way Hellraiser belongs in this whole fucking bracket.
Wow.
I'm going with Motel Hell.
I'm just gonna say Logan wept.
You can weep all you want.
Okay.
That movie sucked.
So no pressure.
Motel Hell.
I am the deciding factor. Yeah, no pressure.
WP.
So I think the counterpoint to your Hellraiser arguments, it's number one. Welcome to a Clive Barker movie.
I've read Clive Barker though. He's good. The movies don't translate. And same with Stephen King. Some of Stephen King's movies, when you make them
No.
they don't work either.
I get it. It doesn't necessarily, one-to-one doesn't necessarily always matter. But
the concept was wonderful though.
But like I think it is a classic horror movie. It's like the Cenobites are just so. I don't want to keep using the word classic, but just it's like they're amazing, and like Pinhead is iconic. One interesting side point is the fact that Pinhead was not necessarily supposed to be the major character in it. It was supposed to be just like all of the Cenobites.
But he became the spokesperson when he was the one that was talking and nobody else talked.
Right.
Kind of easy to,
Yeah,
that wasn't talking.
The chatterer guy.
Chatterer guy.
But like,
which I liked him. Didn't like the chick. The chick didn't make any sense to me. The way she was tortured. Yeah.
Yes. But it's like, I think those characters become so iconic to 80s and ultimately 90s horror.
Because they had sequels?
Well, yeah.
The sequels sucked worse.
2 was good though. I liked 2.
Like two was a logical progression of 1. Mm-hmm. I don't like the subsequent sequels. I was saying to Logan before, it's like there are parts in this movie that I was like, oh, but this is where this happens. I'm like, oh, and then it didn't happen. I'm like, oh, I think that must have been in 2. That's my only problem with it is there are so much kind of similarity between some of the scenes.
I think they tried to show gore for gore's sake because they need a little bit more shock value. So they decided to show a few more wooden posts with flesh.
Right, I don't disagree with that, but
when it had no place.
But I would counter that by saying it's like that was part of like the pain, right? In other words, it's like part of what you're showing is. In reality, there's no difference between pleasure and pain, and it's like I got the message.
So
all that's kind of stuff.
Honestly, from the book though.
So I think Hellraiser is great. I think Motel Hell. Oh my God, I don't know.
You sound like me from last episode.
Not as easy as
So it's
But
like,
that was between two good movies. This is between a shit and a good movie.
but no. But I'm gonna kind of
Jump in, Logan. Don't be pissed off.
I'm
Jump
not.
in.
No,
But
I'm letting him
Do
decide.
you
I'm
have
gonna
a shirt that says Hellraiser?
I do actually.
Do you?
I have a pinhead one. Yeah.
You're lying.
It's more technically pinheads in the center, and there's other horror.
and it just says I'm a prick.
That's funny. I'd buy that shirt. That's
See?
funny. That'd be funny.
But anyway, but I think Motel Hell is it's such a fun movie to watch. Where I do think that Hellraiser is a harder movie to watch. I agree with the fact that it's
The ugly chick.
she's not that attractive.
She is disgustingly ugly.
And
I can't.
I like
get
the
past
eye
it.
color.
I can't get.
I like the color of her eyes.
I don't think I looked for the eyes.
I don't remember her eye color.
But,
She was very hideous. She was
Well-
hideous, annoying, and it pissed me off, and I didn't like her at all.
And it sounds so fucking sexist, and I hate doing this, but like honestly, the scenes where she's like semi-naked,
Yeah.
it's like there was nothing attractive.
No, almost repulsive. I'm with you. I'm with you. I don't know what it was. It was Logan. Did you find her attractive?
I did not.
Okay.
But
But
So
but
didn't
look
that
at the
take
guys
you
she
out
was
of the
bringing
love
back.
scene?
right.
Like, you know,
But didn't that take you out of the whole scene? It's like,
no, because
yeah.
she's just trying to get some blood for a boy.
But so I'll say.
But she was like disgusting. To
But
look
I'll say
at.
the same thing in terms of, it's like I
just
don't
goes
think
to show.
her actual husband was attractive either.
Yeah.
Agreed. He was also ugly.
I think Frank, in his normal state,
was the only good-looking one.
Was the only good-looking
and the
one.
daughter with the daughter was.
Oh
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, absolutely.
Yeah.
But it's like what I don't understand about Hellraiser is that idea that the ugly chick would switch so quickly from being horrified by this like lump of flesh that was crawling across the ground to suddenly going like, well,
I'll kill some people for you.
I remember when it was good and we had sex. It's like you're telling me if I kill some people for you, we're gonna have the same thing. There was no question. Like I know there was a scene where she's like okay, you said that you were gonna tell me what happened, but the point is like she'd already killed I think 2 people.
Yeah.
Right.
Before that happened.
Right.
It's like I just don't know that I would do that. But again,
Right.
we're talking about reality, and obviously Motel Hell isn't fucking reality.
Agreed. So it's semantics
It
at
could
that
have
point.
happened.
But even when she was killing in Hellraiser, when the stepmom, the wife, whatever you want to call her, I refuse to acknowledge she's human, but that person, when she was going after the guys, she brought home guys, and I thought, she is too hideous to bring home guys. But then the guys she brought home were equally as hideous.
Well, but that's why she was able to bring him home.
Right. But that's just it. It's like you're looking at this kind of stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to watch this.
Well, I mean,
I don't want to watch any more
but
of this
some of
stuff.
it comes. Some of it comes. It's like you had little. I'm not saying no. You had little sympathy for these people.
A little, not for anybody.
Well,
Anybody.
there was no character
Her,
development
him,
for any of the.
none of them.
Right.
None of them, no character development. And I will say,
Frank.
the scene with Frank regenerating from the first drops of blood on the floor, very cool.
Yeah.
With the slime in the brain, and he's
Right,
slowly
and
coming out. Very
Logan,
cool.
Logan and I were
Very
talking about that as well. It's like
Very
you know the special effects of the transition of Frank
Yeah.
as he
Very good.
as he transitioned forward.
Very good. Very well done.
Were like amazing.
Agreed.
They were so good, and it was
for the time. You look at him now, I don't think it held up so much because you look at it now, it looks a little bit too much.
When you saw the real time transition, you're 100% correct. But even like the parts where he's like standing there and he's almost human
He's got
and
muscles,
stuff,
just
and
no
it's like
flesh.
That part looked good.
Like
That
that
part
looked
looked
really
good.
good.
Agreed.
So
for that.
there were definitely some good parts in it,
Yeah.
and it's like I think I have it here. Oh fuck! What did I do? Like Hellraiser had a £1 million pound budget. I guess I could have done the
What
adjusted.
A pound?
Well,
Was it made in Great Britain or something?
Pound of flesh.
Yes.
It was made in the UK?
Well, actually, it was made in Canada. It was made
That's part of the
it was made in
UK.
But I think
Vancouver.
most of the characters were.
Isn't that considered UK?
At one point, it was. At one point, we owned fucking everything.
But you don't claim it now?
No,
Okay.
they're like,
It's part of the Commonwealth.
blame
Okay.
Canada.
Anyway, so all I found was a budget was £1 million, and it grossed $14 million.
Wait. You went from pounds to dollars.
I just go by what I see. I didn't go out there and physically
Conversion back
count
then
the
was
box office.
probably, I would say it was probably.
It was like
But the conversion
two
was
to one.
different
Yeah.
then than it is now.
Like back in the 80s, it was like 2 to 1. So like. you
Okay.
know,
So Hellraiser made a couple bucks.
yes, it made some.
Great.
Okay, fuck me. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I really think. I think I have to.
You feel my pain from last episode, don't you?
I do, and I feel I have to
I
go.
want Logan to feel that pain. I want Logan to be the deciding factor on one of these episodes.
Oh, I will, eventually.
I pick Hellraiser.
What? Really?
Yeah, I do.
Why?
Just because I think it is
It had-
overall a better.
It had such sights to show.
A better.
But
movie.
they didn't show any sights.
Oh, they did.
But they did.
No, they didn't. They showed a bunch of people that were being tortured and shit. All right,
Yeah.
you're allowed your opinion. Go on.
So I just.
You're
think,
fucking wrong.
I think overall it was a better
Sure.
movie.
Yes.
You know, it's like I think
How?
cinematography was.
I don't. What was the budget on Motel
amazing.
It was,
Hell?
but they had voiceovers that didn't match the characters, that didn't match
Wow,
the original
the voice,
characters.
the budget on Motel Hell was $3 million,
There you
Yeah.
go. See.
Because you had Rory Calhoun, you had a couple names in there.
I guess. But Rory Calhoun hadn't done anything for like years.
And the guy who was like the remember the greats with the kinky.
Oh my God,
swingers?
that was so
Right?
fucking funny.
Right, so that guy was in Batman. He did at Batman episodes. He had a character that was in the Batman TV show.
Yes,
You look
yeah.
like you look like a
66
porn star.
Episodes. Yeah, it was
Well, that was
hilarious.
obviously
That
the
was the
point.
fucking point.
yeah,
that was
that's-
awesome. He had the plastic tutu the whole time.
It was fucking awesome.
It was sure you don't want to change your mind?
No.
Okay.
It was good. I just think, and I think maybe I'm swayed a little bit by the fact that I'm a huge Clive Barker fan. It's like,
But being a Clive Barker fan, you should therefore not like this movie because of the fact that they did not do the book justice.
right, but Clive Barker
It's rare that you have.
directed it. I mean, it's like,
Oh, he can fuck up his own book too.
yeah,
I read the book. I
Maximum
saw the movie.
Overdrive being a perfect example.
Oh, perfect. Because Stephen King is not always great either.
Right.
Yep.
Hellraiser.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. You're
So Hellraiser moves on. Let's
well,
get
you
the
know
little.
what? We didn't do the bourbon one either. We didn't do the bourbon bracket moving on, did we?
Oh, okay.
Did we?
Oh, I don't think. we
No,
did.
we didn't do the graphic.
Oh, we
Hang
did
on.
do
Let me
graphic.
get to it first, though.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Okay.
Okay, I'll
So we're
switch
doing
over,
bourbon first.
and you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
see the graphic of.
The proper
Okay, so-
graphic.
Proper 12 moved on because it was actually way freaking better.
Way better than
Just
than
We almost had a
surprisingly.
scare there.
old Granddad.
Surprisingly better. And then, and then in this case, Motel Hell moves on
No.
to the what?
Come on.
No.
You-
Hellraiser
God.
moves on.
What the? Hellraiser was so
Yeah,
bad.
there it is. Sexy.
I swear to God, if it beats whoever Poltergeist or Reanimator, I'm quitting
Oh.
the show.
Okay, so yeah.
Because Jesus Christ, guys, seriously,
Jesus wept.
seriously, Hellraiser. Gee, all right, I will say that line was pretty cool.
It was
because of the
ad-libbed
fact-
too. Did
Yes.
you know that?
Was it?
Yeah,
No, I
that
didn't
wasn't
know
in
that.
the
Yeah,
script.
he just threw
Because
that
the
in
whole fact that I get that, like, Jesus wept in the pain and he's smiling in the pain. I get that. That was good. That kind of summarized a lot of the whole pleasure pain
there. There you
thing.
go. See,
I get that.
coming
That was
around.
nice.
It's a good movie.
No, I'm not coming around. The
Have you
movie
seen?
still
Have
sucked.
you seen the second one though? Leviathan.
I
He
didn't
said
watch
he hasn't
any
seen
of the
any-
sequels.
Okay, watch the second one.
No,
I honestly
I
didn't
don't
like.
want to.
I didn't
They're
like
not
the first one
enjoyable.
as much as I liked the second one. The second one was a little more. It still got the gore, but it takes it to a different level, and I think the second one is almost better than the first one.
So, by that logic,
Mm-hmm.
if I think something is extremely stupid,
Then you watch the second one, you
something
might go.
just horrendously stupid is better.
No, I think the point is it's. Whilst I think
my brain is not functioning right now.
Hellraiser, I think Hellraiser by itself still stands as a standalone movie that I think is amazing.
Does not.
I think,
It does not.
but I think that Hellraiser 2 answers.
Yes.
Just explains some of the things that
I don't have any questions about Hellraiser 1. I don't care.
So he's done. Okay.
I don't care about any of the questions
So
that
then
were
it
missing
looks like
because
we're
I
going to have
watched
to have
something, I'm
a
like,
viewing of Hellraiser 2 at
I think so.
Ghoulish Morals. All right. Okay,
we're
so
done.
we've made our
we're an hour and
decisions.
16, so not quite as long as Hitcher and Aliens, but
Still a tough decision. So.
still a tough decision.
I'm disappointed in you.
I'm
Mark.
sorry. I was really on the fence.
And you really chose Hellraiser over.
At the wrong, according to him, the wrong fence. It wasn't Farmer Vincent's fence.
No, that's such a fake fence.
It was a barbed wire fence.
That
from
was so
Hellraiser.
funny. That it's like the number of times where like different people looked at this like random bush that was like in the middle of the field that was clearly totally different color to everything else, and go.
And I love
well,
how when
that's
they
normal.
touch it, the whole fucking thing moves, and it's like, oh, but he's got a lock on it.
Right. I can't get past this
Yeah.
bush.
Considering I just pushed it 90% of the way.
Well, and the
Dude, but that's the funny part of it. That's the
and the fact
comedy
that
of
the
it.
inspector guy, so like clearly the implication is that he's come out regularly before, but this is the first time that he noted this bush in the middle of the field.
And not only that, because you can hear the gurgling, and really even that, the brother didn't know.
Yes. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah,
He's
totally.
the biggest cannibal of all.
Yeah.
That's right.
Like
right,
when he came
right.
when he came across like the lake with like what looked like hundreds of cars in it.
Right.
And he was like, "What?"
And he didn't notice that little pond.
Considering like half of them, you can see the fenders and shit.
They're all
I'm like,
sticking up.
Yeah.
They're all sticking
gee.
up.
Apparently, he never drives past that way during the daytime.
Yeah.
Right.
Only at night.
But I could totally relate to the whole hilltop,
Lover's
watching
Lane.
the Lover's Lane, watching the drive-in movie. Hey, pipe it through my radio and
And I'm
watching
going to use
that.
and I'm going to use binoculars to watch the fucking
Yeah,
movie.
because it's just. I thought that was the coolest scene. I think
that
it was a cool scene.
It was romantic, but I don't think it was
No.
like it wasn't practical.
Oh God.
But it's one of those scenes that you remember from the movie because it was weird. It was
Yes.
a little off kilter, and yet you kind of totally identify with.
Wah,
What is that? You being a little duck?
I
Yep.
think he's being penguin.
Duck, goose.
You know what? Listen, bitch.
I'm just happy Hellraiser made it.
I can't believe
So, I'm
Hellraiser
just
made
gonna
it.
leave it
I'm
at that.
so
Sorry.
pissed off.
That's our cue.
Fuck you and everything you stand for.
I do.
Social media, because I don't give a shit. And I'm going to put it right over fucking Logan's face, and he can just suck it. And thanks for coming. And stay tuned for the next one, because we got more fighting going on.
Yes.
Because I'm going to fucking take this to the fucking mat.
Maybe we can have a losers bracket.
Fuck both these guys. Love you both. See you later. Goodbye.
I
Turn this shit off.
Really,
Fuck off.
I really like
Fuck
Motel Hell. I just think that Hellraiser is a better movie.
It is not. It's worse.